You need grease, don't you?
No, these are greased.
Are those already greased?
Yeah, they're enclosed bearings. This is the bearing.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to put some assembly lube on it or not. This is where we say the object is to be smarter than the item being repaired. There are days where I wonder, both with me and him. You want the rubber mallet?
Well, I might try to sink it in first.
That's what I mean. The rubber mallet would help you. Unless you can get the bolts started, then you can draw it in a turn or two at a time. Put the bottom ones in before I went any farther on the top.
That's right.
What size are those? 18s?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody who's never had to do one of these knows how to do it. One thing about it, I told him this while the camera was off. I got about 300 pounds of prepared steel next time I go to the scrapyard out of this deal. You found my pile of rags, I see. You're cocking out. You need to come onto this side. This is why if the wheel bearing doesn't blow apart, you normally have to use the puller to pull them. We'll have to use that puller on the other side. Almost a guarantee. True?
More likely.
And to him, this is like working on a set of Tinker Toys, because he's working on big 1970s and 1980s cat scrapers and excavators at work. The brakes on those things are half the size of this truck, or doggone near it. Would you tell me that hydraulic tank holds 26 gallons?
More than that, because that was just the tank empty. All the lines are full still.
Oh, okay. So that's just the reservoir.
Yeah, pretty much. The diff holds 47 gallons.
Yeah, just tiny little stuff. They need forklifts and cranes just to pick it up. Well, all the Dodges around here, we could make a fortune changing wheel bearings for people.
Oh yeah.
Is there a torque spec on those?
I'm sure there is. I don't know it though.
You want the torque wrench? You gonna look it up, or are you just gonna snug them?
These ones are probably torque.
Of course, that's a 3/8, isn't it? I don't have a 3/8 torque wrench.
You don't have an adapter?
I'll go look.
Oh yeah. She's back in business. I'll be right back. I got an 18, I think.
You got 18 here?
Yeah. Some of the tools I brought to Nashville that Pittsburgh said I bought from Harbor Freight years ago had 300 pieces in it.
Oh, okay. So folks, if we had to go look up the torque specs, spindle nut is 263 foot-pounds, and the hold down bolts are 134 foot-pounds. Your torque wrench is in the front seat of the Nissan.
Oh, that's true.
That one doesn't go that high? I don't know where my other one's at. My good one. That's the cheap one. I mean, compared to yours, they're both cheap, but still.
Yeah, this shit was crazy.
Yeah. What was that torque wrench? $500?
No, this one was 8 something.
8 something, yeah. Yeah, Snap-on saw him coming when he was at school. They saw all those poor kids coming.
I mean, I do love these though. Even Keystone got one. You said how much? 134?
134 for the retainer bolts.
I'll just do that.
The other side, we got some more room. When we go to set the other side, I'll have him show you how that torque wrench works. And we got tools scattered all over this place from multiple projects right now. The shop's a rolling disaster zone. The impact's going to be in your way.
I know, I'm just trying to get it on first. Can't tell you about them. Well, I can tell you that so bad the duct tape's holding them in.
You talking about the 95 or 96 out there?
Uh-huh. Yeah, she's a little beat. A little beast. I don't think it likes the cold.
Here, let me zoom in on that thing. Okay, lift up on it a little bit, Hunter. Lift it up higher.
It's not on all the way yet. It's not liking the cold, I think.
Well, as soon as you're done with it there, we'll take it into the office where the furnace is going. Lift it up so they can see you set it.
Well,
It's still not.
It's loading. Oh. Thinking about it. I have a bunch of different ones on here. Well, if it lets me switch. It's loading, it's slow. Batteries might be close to dead too.
Is that a rechargeable?
No, these are just like AAA, I think.
Oh.
Can't remember. Anytime now. $132 foot-pounds. You adjust.
134.
I know. I'm doing 132.
Oh.
But you know, adjust down, adjust up. You can go to unit meters, foot-pounds, inch-pounds.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Inch pounds on a half inch. Okay, if you say so.
Angle, all of it. When it goes red, that means I did it too much. But,
That's why you set it for 132.
yeah, she's freaking out a little. I think battery requested. It tells you too. What do you get it to? 145.
Well,
A little strong, I suppose.
I had a friend in Ohio when I was a kid. I asked him how he wasn't using the torque wrench. I said, "How tight you know how to get that, Bruce?" He says, "You tighten it down till it's just about ready to break, and give it a half a turn more." So. If he's still alive, he's got to be close to 70.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't seen him in 35 years.
She turned?
Yeah, she turned. You're all the way over.
It's 144.
It's telling him he's being a bad boy.
Yeah.
The way those things are, it wouldn't come loose anyway.
I would hope not, because that'd be a fuck of a day. A little bit more. And you said this middle one's what? 2 something?
263.
I bet you that's already there.
What do? Use the impact to seat it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's doing his best to watch his brand new bearings explode.
You son of a bitch. Okay, I turned it off. It turned on actually.
We're out of triples in the house. If they're dead, we're gonna have to go to town and get some.
Some bitch.
You can still do the rotor and the brakes and tighten that down later.
Yeah, I know.
Check and see what they are. We've got doubles at the house. We don't have any triples. Those are doubles.
Mm-hmm.
How many?
I don't know. A few of them.
A few of them?
3 of them.
3? All right. All right, I'm gonna go around the long way here. Less of an obstacle course. Just see if I can find some double A's for it.
Oh, it's good now. I reset it. She's reset.
It's behaving.
It's behaving.
We'll put it in the office as soon as you're done with that until we're ready to do the other side.
2 what? 34?
263.
263. Yeah, 265 since the adapter's on there is going to be off a little bit. Man, we'll just wait because then I'll put the brakes on. We can press the brakes and hold it down. And now I need the rotor. Pass me that behemoth over there. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna get her. I'm about to turn up my hand. Actually, let me run that ABS wire real quick.
Okay.
straight. Actually, I don't know if I know I need to reset this first.
Yeah, he paid $35,000 for it. What? 8 days ago, 9 days ago.
Yep.
He paid a $405 tow bill to get it back here last night, and the parts were 700 and what?
732 with discounts.
So $1,137. At this rate, you know, he's going to be putting a whole lot of money in this thing. Hopefully this is the last thing that goes wrong for a while.
Long while. Let me think.
So we've shown this before. If you go back on my playlist, you'll see a video where we did his girlfriend's Ford Ranger, and we used the C-clamp to compress the calipers there. We're going to do the same thing with this. The nice thing about that trick is it keeps you from having to bleed the brakes.
What I'm gonna try to do is put that new rotor on and put this on, because I can't. These two brackets or bolts you take out, and that takes the whole bracket off, so you can get all the brake pads off.
Right.
So. Some life in there too. Okay. I'm gonna. Oh man. Nice and shiny.
That's something I don't think I've ever seen before.
What?
The inner and the outer brake pad are the same. Of course, my experience with brakes is limited to mostly Chevrolet. I got really good at changing brakes on express vans when I owned my company.
On your sizes, you tend to know them pretty quick.
There ain't nothing that small on those machines you work on.
Well, yeah, there is. we have the smallest we have on there is like 5/16. We have it all.
Yeah, holds a door handle maybe.
No, those are hose clamps. But
Hose clamps hold the door handle?
no, that's the smallest size.
Oh, for hose clamps, I got you. Worm drive clamps.
There we go. Fuck you.
No, I'll have to, I had to bleep that, folks, sorry.
Oh, don't do
Your phone's up there. Okay, can I ask a really stupid question? Oh, what are you gonna do, take the cap off?
that.
I can reach it better than you can. If you're wondering, folks, we're just taking the cap off the master cylinder. That way it doesn't pressurize on him. Still gonna be a booger. That's a dual cylinder caliper, so it's still gonna be a boogaboo to compress. You're going the wrong way. There you go. My office dog thinks she needs to come out here and help us. You can hear that in the background.
Oh yeah, she's going right along. I gotta do an oil change and a fuel filter here soon. It's at 30% life for both of them.
Well, hopefully it'll get you through to a little bit warmer weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're supposed to hit 40 the first 4 days this week. Woohoo! Heat wave.
Supposed to be 50 and 54 Thursday and Friday when I looked at it last night.
Oh, they raised it. Cool. Heat wave.
Yep, but that tells me it's gonna be cold as balls.
Yeah. Like most of the country, you know, if you don't like the weather forecast, wait an hour, it'll change.
Almost there.
Yeah, his pads, if you've noticed, the pads still had a lot of thickness left to them, but the rotors were so chewed up that the pads wouldn't have made good contact. So, and the pads were probably the cheapest part of this whole endeavor.
60 something bucks.
Yeah.
67, I think.
And that's for both sides. Whereas the hub kits were probably 150 a piece, and
The hubs?
yeah.
260?
So the rotors were 60 something a piece too.
The rotors, no. The rotors were 140.
Well, 260, 520.
Technically, all altogether is 880, but then I gotta.
You got the discount. Okay. Yeah, where he went to school at, he gets a discount at one of the auto parts shops, and then where he works, he gets a discount at a different one. So.
Yes.
It's not a Ford, so it's not weird. Of course, I should be kind. Ford is just stupid.
Yeah.
Go back on the playlist and watch that video on doing the front rotors and pads on his girlfriend's Ford Ranger. Whoever came up with that Mickey Mouse system, I'd like to run into him in a dark alley with a lead pipe, I'll tell you. And he's the one that did the work, so I know he would like to run into him in a dark alley with a lead pipe. Huh?
It would definitely be a slick mess.
Yeah, until it melted down back down to the gravel it would be. Yeah, we've had about 2 feet of snow here since about a week, probably the week before Christmas. And let's see, it's January 26th as we're filming this. 2025. Because once these are on YouTube, they stay there forever. But we've probably got, we've had a couple of warm days, just enough to melt it down and turn it into a nice slick mess. There's probably 8 to 12 inches of ice on the driveway. They had to bring in a big road scraper just to get the ice off the road out in front. Another little trip for you, just so you know it. His mother bought him AAA in case he had a problem for Christmas. And he called yesterday to get towed, and they don't tow Dodge 3500s. And they don't tow trucks with flatbeds. So if you're thinking about getting AAA, and you happen to have one of these vehicles, think twice. So we're gonna have a little argument with them on Monday. If they choose not to pay it, she got a AAA membership for all of us. We're gonna cancel every one of them and demand the money back. Because if you don't, as far as I'm concerned, if you don't tell people that when they sign up, then they don't deserve your business. . 'Cause He's running the ABS wire now. Those come as part of the hub assembly. I'll get this one picked up, see if it's a close look. You can see where it got nice and blue, and it's just completely worn out.
No warning.
Yeah, it went out. It went out in the space of what, about 2 miles?
Yeah.
From the time you first noticed it till you realized you had a real problem?
Yep. Drove it from Tennessee to here, no issues, but last minute, boom.
Well, like I said, it's a good thing you weren't halfway between Chamberlain and Rapid City in South Dakota, because there ain't nothing out there. Your tow bill would have been $1,000.
I would have got it towed to the city and fixed it in town.
Yeah, he'd have been doing this job out in the parking lot in 0-degree weather. That would have been fun.
I mean, I do it for work anyways.
Yeah, but you didn't have your work duds with you. That would have been a little chilly. Well, he's running the wire. Coming attractions, I got a new to me project. Like, I don't have enough projects. My brother-in-law happens to work for Cabela's in Fort Worth, and he came up with a Lee Navy Sporter rifle. For those of you unfamiliar, the Lee Navy, or the 236 Navy, whichever name you want to know it by, was developed for the Navy and the Marines in 1895. Shoots a 6mm bullet, and nobody makes the brass anymore. So you have to use 220 Swift brass and fireform it. And that's going to be an upcoming project. Because the rifle is in extremely nice condition. The stock was replaced. Winchester made, I believe it was 1,700 of the Sporters. So that'll be a fairly short video, just showing you the steps to fireform the brass. And then you can probably load the brass with any 6mm cartridge. Probably load it with 243 or 244 Remington, 6mm Remington. Any of those will probably load it if you're careful with it. So that's an upcoming video. And for those of you who've been following the EZ washing machine, that's almost done. I have just a couple of little things to do. Make the motor coupler, reassemble it, put the motor in it, and that should be done barring anything wrong with how I put the gear case in. So that's almost finished, and then we're gonna move on to the 6-horse M McCormick Daring M engine that runs my buzzsaw will be next, or making the stand for the brake, the sheet metal brake and shear assembly that I bought. It's all in the works.
That should be it.
Tire's right behind you.
Yeah.
And what the lug nut you didn't take off is behind the paint cans up there. I had just started on it when he walked down, so.
Yeah, I drove down here this morning. I didn't stay here last night. I stayed at the neighbor's.
Well, yeah, his girlfriend's house sitting for our neighbors, so.
How big these tires are? They're pretty light.
Yeah, they're not bad. I was surprised.
Okay, now big ass. You ain't gonna fucking.
Once that's on, pull the safety jack.
No, fucking son of a bitch.
Yeah, me and his coworkers have told him these tires don't belong in Wyoming. They belong on a gangster truck in LA, but they don't belong in Wyoming.
I guess I'm gangster.
You're as much of a gangster as I am a Democrat.
Oh, where did that socket go?
11/16. Or whatever its metric equivalent is. Behind you.
What?
Impact.
No, I don't have the 11. I have a 3/4.
Ah, there we go. That's good, David. Let's knock the camera around. That's it. Is that it right there? Standing up?
3/4 as well. Oh, that's the same 3/4. I don't know where it's at.
That's 3/4. Did you put it back in the box? Which is right behind you?
No, I did not. I left it out.
Alright. Take the long way around to get here and we'll see what I can find. Yeah, you did. Put it back in the box.
Well, the one that we use is a chrome. That I use anyways.
Oh, maybe. I was using a impact when you came in.
You know, that's a 3/4 you just gave me. You said it's 11? You just gave me a 3/4.
Well, one of those 3/4 is worn the heck out then, because it's real sloppy in one of them and tight in the other. I thought it was an 11. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Hub nut.
Yeah, I put it on with the fucking impact.
Okay.
It quit moving, so.
Yeah, when I have to do another video, folks, where the tire fell off or the whole thing fell off, you'll know what happened.
Ain't no way that thing's gonna come off. poor rims.
This got a fifth wheel ball on it.
That's a good gooseneck, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I plan on buying one here soon, hopefully. Not soon, but in a year or so.
By the way, when your suggestion yesterday to go borrow somebody's trailer wouldn't have worked because his is a gooseneck. His is a fifth wheel. And I don't have a fifth wheel hitch on my truck.
Yeah.
What are you contemplating there, boy?
Everything, I guess. I'm hungry, that's what I'm thinking about, food.
Alright, you don't need to see lug nuts put on. We're gonna do this and go get some lunch. We'll be back for the other side.
Well, I press the brakes to torque it.
You got it set?
It's set.
Okay, folks. He decided he wanted to torque it, so he's gonna let Grandpa. Oh, wait a minute. They throw the cap on. Okay.
Okay.
It broke through the brakes. I got 2 lights. 3 lights. Ah.
Alright, good again.
3 lights. Green. Yeah. Use the fat old man to put 234 foot-pounds of torque on. Okay, I see how this works. Okay, we're gonna go get some lunch. We'll be back.